I'm just getting my pad of paper so that I can keep track of what I need to do today for this reading. I'm going to turn the radio down a bit. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I have decided to do this live because I don't have time to record it and upload it and do all that stuff and get my day done. So, and it might be long. So I don't know if anybody's there. Hi, Sandy. And I was going to try and put this up on my, I was going to try and put this up on my computer and do it on my laptop, and it won't allow me, if I do it that way, I won't be able to record it and send it to YouTube. So I think maybe what I'm going to be doing is sending, I'm trying to figure out how to get the lighting in here. The lighting sucks. Somehow it seemed to be fine a second ago. Okay. I was hoping to put it on my laptop so I didn't have to fiddle with this phone, but it needs to go to YouTube. And so from now on, it might just be that I might just go live on YouTube and just have it, you know, there, so I don't have to worry about it. But anyway, so I have a few things that I need to talk about, and sorry about the noise. I know this is going to make noise. All right, I'm putting you guys up there. So, okay. Does that work? I'm trying to figure out this, so frustrating. Ah! Oh! No, did I lose you guys, or are you still there? Ah! This is stupid. Okay. It's fighting with me. It's fighting with me, right? It's got to make everything difficult for me. I'm going to have to get myself a large, I'm going to move your comments away there. I'm going to have to get myself a larger tripod. Okay, right now, what we're going to do is, I've got a few things I wanted to talk to you guys about that were really, really interesting as far as dreams go. Song right now, Sorry So Sorry, 2:22 on my clock. I know it's not. It's probably 1:22, but it says 2:22 here, so we get the benefit of that. Everything is happening exactly as it's meant to, with divine blessings for everyone involved. And the key message today for all of us is letting go. Let go of the past, let go of everything. It's all about letting go, letting go, letting go. So, the song right now, somebody is basically has figured things out for themselves, and they're doing well for themselves. And I guess somebody in their past is jealous and wants them back or whatever. And it's kind of like, you know what? You snooze, you lose. You know? Everyone's moving on. So, a few different things I want to talk about. I'm going to turn, oh, that works better. That works better. Okay. I'm going to do a hybrid reading, right? I'm going to give you guys choices to choose from, because I want you guys to test your intuitive abilities, strengthen them, right? But I'm also going to do zodiac because everybody insists on that. I've had so much feedback on the Leo video. I have no idea why that video caused such a stir. If it was the title, I don't know. But it's had like 3,000 views. I don't know what's going on with it and why people are, you know, they're on that particular reading. It's kind of like the Leo and the Aries reading are the biggest ones. So, one of the things that was brought up today by somebody on that page on the Leo reading, let me turn the radio off, was the person said to me, "You're confusing." And I was up all night with Lillian, you know, doing her thing again, you know, not eating and not drinking properly. And so I was like, okay, so I don't even know what time I looked at. It was the middle of the night. And the message was, you know, you're confusing. And I thought, okay, how do I respond to that, right? Because I asked for feedback. I've had some nasty messages, and then there was that, and I thought, I don't know how to respond to that. I don't know what to say. So I kind of tried to go back to sleep, and I had these incredible dreams that I have to talk to you about. And after the dreams, I got up, I was walking around, I was thinking about it, and I thought, you know, I'm going to answer them because I'm sorry it was confusing to you. So I wrote and I said, I'm sorry it was confusing to you. Maybe this isn't your reading, And then they wrote back and they said, you know what, you can look at the comment there, but they said, after your response, I went and I listened to the rest of it. So, and then it made sense to me. So think about that as far as even in our own personal lives, but it was good for me to know that, right? Because I wasn't quite sure what was I supposed to do? How was I supposed to respond to that? And I'm glad that I did, because they might have been expecting me to ignore them, and I think they were, because that was the response afterwards was, I should look it up. It was basically, I'm not a fool. I don't like to be ignored. And I thought, I don't like to be ignored either. None of us want to be ignored, We count. We all count. So even if it's, even if it isn't your particular reading, I'm sorry, maybe it doesn't apply to you at this time, or it doesn't resonate with you. But the thing was, it did resonate with them afterwards when they came back and they listened. So sometimes we get mad about something, right? Sometimes we get confused. Sometimes it's taking too long, like the videos are long, right? So sometimes it's confusing, it takes too long, and he says you weren't getting, or he or she, it's a man, clearly, because I said he. I didn't know who it was, but it's a man. They said you weren't getting to the point, or not that you weren't getting to the point, but you couldn't figure out who it was that was the fool, or who it was. I couldn't figure out who you were, well, the thing is, I wasn't pointing out anyone as the fool. The title was, Who's the Fool Now? And the message was, the message was the Fool card, right? And the Aries people know that we are the Fool. That is an Aries card. The Fool, I embrace that. The Fool is the adventurer. The Fool is the one that the king turns to and asks for his opinion, yes, his opinion, because he knows that the fool's going to tell the honest truth. So sometimes people may look at you and they'll think you're a fool. You're a fool because, you could have got out of that. You could have done this. You could have done that. But a fool is open, honest, right? And you're thinking that's foolish. They could have covered their ass, or they could have been more creative in their response or whatever. But that's why the king trusts the fool, because the fool is open and honest. So the reading, maybe the title grabbed people, who's the fool now? Someone's hitting the road, because somebody was. Somebody had decided enough is enough. And what was interesting is, depending on how the reading affected you, you were either the one that had been considered a fool and was leaving, or you were the one that was being left because you were telling someone they were a fool. Whatever, it goes both ways. Just because Leo got that particular message doesn't mean it doesn't apply to everybody else, because it does. Like I said to you guys, these messages all apply to all of us. So, but it also makes you think about, don't jump to a conclusion, right? Don't not read the book until the end and think you have the answer, right? Don't think that you can skip parts and get from point A to point C without going through B, because you can't. And Spirit gives us information sometimes, and we don't understand why this is happening. We might feel hurt, or we might feel let down or disappointed. But we don't know what's coming yet. All we know is where we're at right now. And so we can't say, okay, I'm done. Forget it. I'm not doing this. I'm not moving on, or I'm not going to, I'm not listening. Put your hands in your ears. I don't like what I'm hearing right now, so I'm not going to listen, or I'm not going to, go to Spirit, or I'm not going to, whatever. It's like when I do readings for people, I am given the lesson of, my job is to give kind of the hard-hitting messages. That's just what I've been used for. I don't like to do it that way, but Spirit will use me because they know I am the fool. As an Aries, they know also this is my path, and I listen to Spirit 10,000%. And if they tell me to do it, I do it. So if I channel a message and I'm getting the message, I'm delivering that message, whether you like it or not. And I'm not here to get votes, win friends, or influence enemies. I'm just here as the mail lady delivering the message. And if you don't like the message, you can take it up with Spirit. You don't need to put a thumbs down and come at me because I'm delivering a message that you think is prejudice, because it's not. It isn't personal. Also, we need to think about that in our own private lives, right? And Spirit tells us that a lot. We get that message a lot. Don't think that you have the whole end of the story, because you don't. It isn't played out yet. It's kind of like, the fat lady hasn't sung yet, right? It's not all finished. Our life isn't finished. If today, right now, it looks like a disaster, your life isn't over. It isn't done. The story still continues, right? So if you find something confusing and you don't understand, and what I wrote back to this person was, I'll share it with you. This is what they wrote back to me. After your comment, I finished watching it until the end, then it made sense. What confused me was you couldn't pinpoint who was doing what. I left because I stopped allowing myself to be ignored, and I'm also the fool because I believe in the truth. I would rather die behind the truth than to live a lie. Well, we all know with me, I'd rather be slapped with the truth than hugged with a lie. So my response was, I am channeling as well as being given messages by Spirit. This has me also connecting the messages together. Like when I'm being given messages, I'm also working them out, right? I get certain things that are definitely channeled to me, but then I'm also being used to tap into my own higher self. I have to look at my animal messengers. I have to pay attention to the songs on the radio. I've got a bunch of stuff coming at me from all directions. So I couldn't pinpoint right away what it was because I didn't know. They didn't just give me a blank message that here it is, Leo is the asshole, right? And everybody that's a Leo right now hit the road because they're assholes, because that's not the story. But I couldn't pinpoint what was going on because it hadn't been brought to me yet. I also have to use my higher self and my intuition. That's why every reader is different. We all do it differently. And I have years of experience, and I don't know all the answers yet. You know, I said to the person, I don't pretend to have the answers myself. Not all of them. I'm merely delivering the messages. And if it gets confusing for you, it also gets confusing for me at times, right? So if I've realized that, and I trust that if I allow Spirit to show me what I need to see, and if I'm patient and I'm open and I allow, then what I'm meant to be shown will be shown to me. Sometimes that's all that Spirit asks of us, that we remain open and willing to wait, right? We have to be willing to surrender. I'm kind of looking at my notes because I don't want to forget what I wanted to tell you. And sometimes we just need to relax. We just need to stop overanalyzing because we do that a lot, especially Aries people. And then sometimes we just have to walk away from it and let it go because we're thinking too much. We're overanalyzing, and I've been getting this for Pisces a lot. This particularly for Pisces. Yes, it was a message for Pisces. You're thinking it was a message yesterday, and it probably applies to very many people in the world. It certainly applies to me, that you're up at night worrying, going over it, and you need to stop. You need to walk away. You need to take a break. That's why in the message, you need to stop working. Leo got it too, right? It was Leo and Aries and Pisces. All of us are the ones that kept being told, you know what, you're working too much. You need to stop. But it may not, that's why I say it doesn't just apply to Aries, Pisces, and Leo. It's everybody. So if we walk away from it and we get our mind doing something else, then we allow for movement. Then we allow for the energy to flow. And sometimes that's all that was necessary. And sometimes all Spirit wants us to do is give it to them. And then once we're not thinking about it, often all of a sudden a light switch will go on and then we get it, right? Or Spirit will bring us, like if we're doing something else, I go for a walk, right? I'll start seeing messages on cars driving by. Things will just, all of a sudden epiphanies will hit me. And then all of a sudden it's like a light just goes on, right? They bring it to us in a different way. So myself, I have prophetic dreams. I've spoken about it before. And it's brought me a lot of pain. It's brought me a lot of sadness and heartache. And I know that it has to other people that have this gift as well, because we have the gift of foresight, right? We see it ahead of time, but sometimes we jump to the wrong conclusions. And we're reading more into the situation than we should, or we're misunderstanding what we're seeing. And I'm still learning myself to let go and release what I find confusing to myself, because of the fact that I have prophetic dreams, because of the fact that I am very gifted and I have all of these different, I hear Spirit, I'm a shaman, so I work with the animal messengers. I start expecting more of myself, right? And I feel like I should know this. I should be able to figure this out. This shouldn't be confusing to me, and I get frustrated. So I'm learning to let that go when things are confusing to me. So I'm going to tell you now something that happened last night. And I don't know, it's funny how people pop on and they pop off when they don't find it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you something about prophetic dreaming. I had a dream. I thought it was a dream. I've been telling you that I've been having issues with Lily not eating. She doesn't like her food. Now she's not drinking her water. She gets her her hair in the bowl, so she can't, she won't eat. So she's splashing her water all around, all over the floor, and I'm going crazy. So I'm gonna have to find a fountain for her, whatever the situation. So I'm up and down all night long dealing with this. So I have this dream in between, right? And what I'm shown, and what's interesting to me is I will probably find out that not only was I communicating with my cats, but I was most likely also being shown a mirror of somebody else in my life that I'm energetically connected to. I told you guys that when I was a little girl, I spoke to the animals. I literally spoke their language. We talked. And it was cool, right? But then when my mother married the Jehovah's Witness that became my father, it wasn't a safe gift for me to have, so I lost it. And ever since I've been getting my gifts back from Spirit, I've been asking for that back, and I've discussed it before, and how Spirit won't give it to me. Because if I could just talk to Lillian Liger, or a cat, or a horse, or an eagle, or an osprey, he and I would be having a great time, right? But it wouldn't be doing anything for you guys, or my spiritual community that I'm trying to reach, right, and help. So if I learn what those animals mean, and every time you see them, what they're trying to tell you, then I would be helping so many more people. However, we are also supposed to look at our animals because they are communicating with us. They are bringing messages to us. They are trying to show us things. And I told you guys, it's really sad that Lily and Liger, it's mostly Lily, which is really sad, is used to show me somebody in my life. So her almost dying, her not, eating, her liver shutting down, her kidney shutting down, all the difficulties that Lily is going through is also what somebody that I'm connected to and a part of myself is going through. So this is this dream that I have. Now, first of all, I dream with somebody that I used to like, right? I don't know why this guy keeps showing up. Now I understand. This is somebody that I thought I was a soulmate. I thought this was somebody for me, right? I was crazy about this person. We never went anywhere. It was a disaster. And I realized after 4 years that it was just a karmic soulmate, right? So now when I watch this in my dream, I'm watching my spiritual twin connecting with his karmic soulmate. And what was interesting is I sat there speaking to this person, and in my dream, I'm being shown things, and it's like, for me, I'm watching it like myself now. And yet I felt the energy of my twin liking this person, wanting this person, like feeling, because I felt that energy. I want this person. I want them. And yet when the person was talking in this conversation, I started thinking to myself, wow, I remember that. I remember you used to say things like that. I remember, and to me it was bragging. But what was interesting is he was bragging to me. He wanted me to think that he was special, which he was. But it's like, it mattered to him what I thought, and he wanted my approval. He wanted me to, but he was bragging, and I thought, and I said, that's weird, I don't like that. That bothers me. I don't like it when people brag. If you're great, if you're wonderful, we'll all know it because we'll be able to see it. Don't brag. But I'm watching this go on, and I'm seeing the differences between my scenario then and now what my spiritual twin is actually going through, which is strange for me to watch because I'm there. So then I go to the next dream, and this is how we can cause problems, and there can be problems between people. So I'm in this dream, and I'm at a restaurant, and it's hard to bring it all back right now, but I'm talking to this person who in my real life has told my spiritual twin to leave me alone. So whoever this person is. And we're in a booth, right? And there's people behind us. And somebody comes down and says, can I sit here? And because they want to connect to whoever it was in this yoga community that was up there. And I'm thinking, yoga community, okay. So I said, all right, so I slide down. And I say to somebody, can you hand me my water, please? And then somebody brings me the water, and I said, how do they know which water was mine? And somebody said, because they're watching you. They're aware. They're paying attention. They're paying attention. So you think about water. Waters are emotional. What do they need? What do you need emotionally? How did they know what I needed emotionally, right? So there's symbolic and prophetic things happening at the same time. So we go into, it goes back and forth. It crosses timelines. It goes back, and then it goes back again. So what goes on is I sit down, right, at the new booth, And this guy, now it's in my mind, this guy comes up and he puts his arm around me. And I'm like, no, you know, like if a guy came up to me and put his arm around me, I would be like, no, no, you know, that's not okay. So I kind of like pulled away strangely, and my friend said, take your arms off of her. Who do you think you are? And then in my head I heard, this guy thinks he can do anything he wants with me. This guy thinks he can control me, right? So then I'm telling this story to my friend, this person who literally told my spiritual twin to stay away from me in reality, okay? So I'm telling whoever this person is, I'm trying to figure out who this is. And so then I ask for a beer, and I don't drink beer, so we all know it's not me. And I'm in this restaurant now. Now this is a different scene. And the guy comes to me, and I'm gonna get something to, I'm asked for a beer. So to me, beer is like food. It's heavy, right? It was like food. So to me, this is somebody who drinks too much that's connected to me, right? Because to them it was food. To me it was a beer. And I pay for it apparently, and they give me dollar bills back. I guess it's my change. And the dollar bills are all burned. And I said, and the guy was wasn't paying attention to me, right? Wasn't really giving me his attention, was just kind of, you know, here, you handed it to me and then left, right? And so I'm looking at the money and I'm thinking, what happened? So then this really nice lady, or this nice guy, comes over to me, and I said, what happened to the money? And he goes, oh, I'm sorry. He goes, it got burned. And then he goes, and this is all symbolic as well, and I'm hearing the messages as I go along with this. And it's very loud. It's like I'm in a concert all of a sudden, right? And so the guy says, I'm sorry, he wasn't paying attention to you, here. And he takes those dollars away and gives me gold dollar bills and puts down new gold dollar bills. On one side, they had no printing. On the other side, they were gold. But they were new, crisp, right? So then I'm looking at the change in my hand, and it was really strange looking change. Little tiny weird coins. It was strange looking. Because somebody else is watching what I'm doing. Do you understand? What I'm doing in my home is being watched by someone else. They're either remote viewing or prophetically dreaming like I do. I am also watching what's happening where they are at the same time. We are crossing timelines. So I'm looking at this weird money, and I said, here, would you like, and I gave it to the nice guy. I said, here, do you want this for change? And I gave them like for a tip. So then Lily wouldn't eat, and I got frustrated with her because I've been up every night for oh God, forever. We all know about this. And so I said, okay, I'm done. I'm not letting you starve. She's literally bones. So I got her food and I put it in a syringe and I held her and I made her eat it. And she hates that, right? Then I put her outside and I locked her out. And then I heard crying at the door. I let her in. She's thirsty. She looks to the water. So I pick up her dish and I take her into the back bedroom because I thought I got to sleep sometime. And I go to put it in there and I put it down on the table, okay? Then I leave. I come back in the morning after I have this dream. I literally just finished writing down the dream. Now, if you remember the things that I said, after I finished writing down the dream, I'm wondering, where am I and who am I with? You know, and they're at a bar, and, you know, I got a little bit annoyed because I thought, well, clearly on a Saturday night, my twin's out having a beer with all these people, and clearly he wants to be with somebody because he's wanting this person. I could feel it in his body, right? So I'm a little bit annoyed, and I go in, and I go to see what Lily wants, and I get into the room, and she doesn't know I'm there because she can't hear very well right now. And she's splashing her water all over the bed, everywhere. It's all over the place. So I picked it up and I held it up to her. And she finally drank because I tilted the water so that it wouldn't hit underneath her chin. She could lap the water up, right? So now, why I'm telling you this is how we can get confused in our dreams, and how when you do connect spiritually with another person. This is very, very important for soulmate people and for twin souls especially. And I know I've got a lot of people that watch. So how we can misunderstand things. Because what I watched was, I'm at a bar. There's beer. There's somebody that wants this other girl. They're calling him, and they're literally showing me the face of the guy that I had a crush on years ago. Not my twin, right? So I know, I'm thinking, okay, so who is this? And I could jump to all kinds of conclusions, right? So I realized after I was writing down everything was that Lily was asking for the water. Remember I said, could you hand me my water? Lily was asking for the water. I'm Lily. And yet I am also my twin. This is how it's so confusing. when I got the water, I went into the back bedroom and I brought her her dish. And she said to Liger, now this is what happens. My cats communicate with each other. I hear them. I dream what their conversation is. And I have traced it and watched between them and played it back, and it's exactly what is happening between these two cats. So when I was asking for my gifts back so that I could communicate with my cats, I have them back. I'm not talking to them like I used to, but I am hearing the conversation and I am communicating with them in my dream time. I took Lily her water dish. How did she know? Because she's paying attention to you. She cares. The burned food, Lily has very expensive cat food, okay? Liger will eat anything. Liger's a good boy. He eats everything. And Lily also represents not just me, but somebody in my twin's life that's very, very finicky. Somebody, it might be him. It's probably him. Or maybe it's his brother or his mother. I don't know. But there's somebody else, which is him, which is like Liger, who's such a good boy. He'll take anything. He won't argue. He won't fight. He'll take leftovers, which is what I do too, right? Because Liger's a part of me. So think about this. Lily has this very expensive food. It's fresh paste, right? I open it up and I give her a little slice of it. She only eats just a tiny bit. She'll lick it and then she'll be like, I'm done. She's so picky. So then I'll put it into a little container because it's so expensive. And what I did this morning is I went to give her that little container. And she says, what's wrong with the money? It's all burned, right? The food, the money, it's the expensive, and the gold, the fresh gold bills that were put down. That was the fresh piece that I went and cut for her, and I put it down on her plate, and that was the nice guy. Remember the one was one that didn't give a shit? One was ignoring me and didn't care, and now the nice person comes and is kind and gives me the gold, the fresh gold bills. That's also me. That's me now giving Lily the best, right? The best, which is a message to me to give myself the best, right? And my twin. But Liger will take anything, and I'll take anything, right? I'm not fussy. So I say to Liger, here, do you want to have this? And I give him what Lily won't eat. That's the change. Everything that I watched happened with my cats in my house. But that's not all. That is also happening in my spiritual twin's life. So what it's doing is it's showing me, yes, your dreams are prophetic. You are not only watching before things happen with your animals, but you're literally seeing into this other story. However, notice how all the different ways that I looked at that, I could have been seeing something completely different. So there's been confusion and there's been upset because I've assumed things about my twin and he's assumed things about me. I've been in Wisconsin. I could be sitting at my friend's gig watching him play, but as he sees it, he sees something maybe a little bit different. I could be in a room with this person, but in his mind, because of his own fear or because of his just maybe the way it was presented to him, I'm in his bedroom. Wrong idea, right? There's a problem there, causing blocks between us. So for you people, and I know Sandy, you're one that has starting to have prophetic dreams, and they're confusing. Be very, very careful. If you don't understand something, wait. Don't assume something. Ask. I didn't have my twin to ask. So I saw all these things, and I have extreme pain and hurt over things that I've watched, and feelings. I may be feeling what he feels for me, thinking that he's looking at someone else, because this guy that I liked, it's somebody that I always had a crush on, that I always liked, but we never really got together. That's my twin and I. So he could be watching me saying those things, and I'm watching him in this story or this scenario thinking he's talking about someone else, and I'm hurt. So this goes for people who have prophetic dreams, and for people who don't have prophetic dreams, it's the same scenario in your real life. If you hear something, somebody tells you something, hearsay, gossip, or just you imagine something, do not jump to conclusions. It's about speaking openly and honestly, asking. If you have an issue, and in my dream the other night, I said, you should have told me. You could have come to me and told me that you needed space. You didn't have to have me watch through all of this, right? So those are the two things that needed to be talked about right now. It's important. It had to go out. It may not be for everybody, but for who it was supposed to be given to, it was important. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to look and see if you guys, I pushed your chats away because I didn't, Hi, hi. I'm going to go back and see really quick. Hello. Hi, Juan. Hi, 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 hi. I didn't mean to ignore all of you guys. But I can't keep my head straight. Hi. How old is this lady? Okay, I'm just going to ignore that. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose from items. I'm going to put the radio back on. I'm going to put it on quiet, and I'm going to let you guys choose from the items. And then I'm going to do the zodiac signs as well, right? You can do either or both. I would suggest you do them both. We're going to start with water signs, apparently, and we're starting with Cancer. Then we're going to go to fire. Then we're going to, no, we're not. We're going to go to earth. Earth. Then we're going to go to fire. Then we're going to go to air. Okay, but I'm not going to tell you until we figure out what items that we're going to choose from. Okay, so hold on a second. Okay. So somebody's leaving somebody right now. That's a message for somebody. I'm going to do this. When I get messages, I'm just going to give it to the group and we'll see who it comes up with. Somebody is saying, I'm done. I'm out the door. I want you gone. There's been lies and they want somebody gone. Okay, so that is happening. The one item, this is the Buddha. This is an ivory Buddha. It was my mother's. It's very old. This is one item you can choose from. The serpentine nodule, the dragon's eye, is another item you can choose from. The shaman stone is another item you can choose from. Song right now, I'm not going to be your fool. So I'm leaving you behind. Bye, bye, bye. So remember, I kept getting all that about the fool. Who's the fool now? It's somebody was taken for a fool, and that's why they're leaving. The other one is, this is Mukite, and I love this. This is amazing. There is, when I got this particular stone, I'm the mermaid, right? I've got a giant mermaid on my stomach. There's a mermaid right here. Can you see it? I don't know if the lighting is right, but there's a mermaid. There's a mermaid sitting on a rock right there. And the osprey is flying right by her. And what's so cool about that is that's what I drew, right? Or painted. There's me and my osprey. Right? So when I saw this, I love the feel of it. I love the color of it. It's warm, it's earthy, it's grounding, it's love, it's beautiful. And as I turned it around and around and around, there's hearts everywhere. There's a heart there. There's a big heart there. There's hearts all over. This is amazing. So here we have them. These are your 4 items to choose from, okay? Shaman stone, Buddha, Mukite, mermaid, and the dragon's eye, okay? Now I want you to choose. I'm gonna give you a couple seconds to figure it out. And then I'm gonna go to, we're gonna be using the Oracle of Shadows and Light. That's what we're using right now. And I was told that I was supposed to do something specific today, and I'll see if I do it. Okay, don't tell me. Don't tell me what you choose. And don't tell me your stories. You know, because this is going to be shared on YouTube, okay? And I hope that I don't go over too long, because I'm not able to save these videos when they go too long, and that's a problem here. So I'm going to start. Hi. All right, I'm going to start, and I'm going to assign them. And I told you I'm starting with water, and I'm starting with Cancer signs. And let me see who goes to who. Okay, so the Buddha, whoever chose the Buddha, is also water signs. Now, that's what I'm saying. You may be an Aries, right? Oh, I'm an Aries. I didn't choose that one. That's good, because there's a message here for you too. That's why you get to have something special. If you are a fire sign or an air sign and you chose this, there's something special that you need to listen to in this message, okay? That's how it works. So water signs get the Buddha. Earth signs get the shaman stone. Yes. Earth signs get the shaman. No. Yes. Sorry. Earth signs get the shaman stone. Shaman. Buddha. I have to keep track because This was a nightmare. Fire signs get the mermaid. Okay? No, they don't. You know why? Because Sandy and I would have probably chosen that because we're both fire signs and we're mermaids. So they don't. Air signs are going to get the mermaid, Mookite. Okay? Air signs get the mermaid. Just to throw everybody off. And the dragon's eye will be firestones. Firestones. Isn't that funny? Dragon's eye is the fire people. Okay? Dragons. All right. So, what we're going to do, because we have, what I tried to tell people, and I don't have as many people clearly here as I would if I was on YouTube, and I'm going to try and figure out how to do it on YouTube so that works. Obviously, the messages that come to us in this chat are going to apply more to the people here because it's your energy that I'm connecting with. I'm sorry, if the broadcast is interrupted, it'll be okay when you'll have to replay it. There's nothing I can do about it. So, it's your energy I'm connecting with. So we're starting with water signs. I gotta get busy here. I gotta get my hair out of the way and get to work. So water signs. Cancer. Cancer. For those who chose the Buddha, correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Buddha, what is the message that's most applicable for you? All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to bring you down. I wonder if you can see this here. And I'm going to put, can you see that? This is so frustrating to me. I can't tell you how frustrating this is. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn you around so that you can see your message. Okay? Cancers, or those who chose the Buddha. Snow angel. All right. So here we have the main message that's going to apply mostly for the people in this chat, but it will resonate for many others as well, is the snow angel. And this basically, the message from Spirit is you already know. You've already been given the signs. Whatever it is that you've been asking about, we've told you. We've shown you. And we can show you again and again, but it's not going to change your answer. The answer is, we're here. If you've been wondering, where are my angels? Where is my help? Where are my guides? Where are my messages? Where are my signs? They have been given to you. They've been shown to you. And it's not that you haven't seen them. It's that you don't want to see them. It's that you're either choosing to not look at them, or you are maybe getting to a place where you're doubting or you're worrying. And that does happen. We do get to a place where we start fearing. We do start, things don't start as quickly as we want. We don't see evidence. We have prophetic dreams of it. We have visions of it. We get a lot of messages and signs, but it hasn't happened yet. And we start losing confidence. So that's when we start to doubt. But this is also a message to me that there is somebody in your life that is also there for you. And they're frustrated with you. Spirit does not get frustrated with us, but humans do. We get frustrated. So this could be us also, right? Where are my signs? Why is this not happening? We're hand on our hips. Somebody's pissed off here. Angels don't get mad. Spirit doesn't get mad at us. But there could be somebody in your life that you are vexing, that you are frustrating, because you're not acknowledging them. You're not acknowledging the help. You're not acknowledging the truth of a situation. Somebody is telling you, I am here for you. I've been here for you. I'll be here for you. I'm here for the long haul. What do I have to do to prove myself to you? I'm pretty much to the point where I'm done, and I don't want to prove myself to you anymore. And in that case, I might walk away. Spirit is saying, pay attention to the signs. They're in front of you. Don't ignore them. Don't think that they will always stay that way. Things will stay that way because things don't remain stagnant. Things move on. People move on. Spirit will always be there for us. Spirit will always bring us encouragement. But we may miss an opportunity. We may lose someone in our life if we don't act. Spirit brings things to us, right? We get opportunities in front of us. But if we don't act on them, those opportunities pass us by. It's no one's fault but your own if you miss something. When Spirit says again and again, you know, the osprey keeps showing up, and the osprey says, there's an opportunity in your life right now. It's right here. It's going to be here for a very short amount of time. You need to dive on it now if you expect to see this happen, right? And if you don't dive on it, it's gone. Did you expect it to come and land on your lap? Do you expect Spirit to take you by the hand and force it to you? It's not going to happen that way. Song right now. I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on the ride. So somebody knows something that's going on. They are aware that someone's there for them. They are aware that a situation is there. They are aware. But they are choosing to drag their heels. And the message is, don't blame anyone but yourself if you lose it. Okay, that is one message. What I've decided to do, it's going to take a long time, and I'm trying not to go too long. What I want to do is I want to ask for another message, okay, for people who chose the Buddha or for Cancer. Just one more message. It's going to be, it can't be from that deck because that's too complicated. That would take me too long. So I'm going to use the messages from your animals. So for Cancer, so for anybody who chose the Buddha, Cancer specifically, what other message? Is there something else that this we can show? So here we are, actually here. I'll bring you down. New location. Okay, so for the message that we got, the signs are already with you, right? So are we moving? I will follow wherever you go. I want to be with you. I want to be where you're at. So anyone who chose the Buddha, the message is, you already know. Do you want to be where I am? Yes. Will you come with me? Yes. Are we moving? Yes. I want to be with you. That's the message. Or, yes, you are moving. That is also a clarifying message to this. Okay, so for anybody who was wondering if you've been getting, you know, am I supposed to be moving? Yes. This is a message telling you that someone in your life is saying to you, they want to be where you are. They want to be with you. Okay? Cancers. This again, this represents fertility. In your home, the signs are with you. This is fertility. Fertility could represent a job. It could represent pregnancy. The signs are already with you. This one is saying, I have reproductive system issues. We're talking about an animal here, but I use this for humans as well. There's a problem between us sexually. We have an issue. You already know. Do you have a problem with a sexual part of your body? Do you have problems with sexual abuse? Issues from sexual abuse as a child? Are you uncomfortable with sex in some way? Do you have a hard time talking about it? Are you not having enough sex? Do you have something that you need to have looked at by a doctor? Someone is also saying in your home, I need help with the kids. I can't do everything by myself. I need help with my young ones, right? It also is telling you that there is a project. This is a very fertile time. So it has to do with your home. Are you going to be moving? Are you going to be fixing up your home? There's something to do with your home and the signs with you and fertility. Also, the way I read this is, your animal wants you to spay or neuter them. But as a human, the main message that I'm getting from this is, I don't want to be with anyone else. Spay or neuter me, right? I don't want to be with anyone else. I want to be with you. I'll be where you are. I want to go where you are. The signs are with you. It's there. Another message is, I haven't told you, but I am embarrassed because I'm having problems with performance, or I may be having some kind of an issue. This is about your home. This is a sign that's very obvious to you. Now, this has given you so many messages. It's going to apply. You're going to understand it, hopefully better than just getting that one particular message, because there's not just one Cancer that's in this chart, in this chat. And it isn't just all about Cancers. It could be my peaceful Buddha, right? I have a problem with reproductive issues. I may have had testicular cancer. I may have had to have one of my testicles removed. I'm embarrassed by it. I may not be functioning properly. A lot of times people have, because of anxiety, they're not able to perform. I may be shy. I may be uncomfortable with my body. This has to do with your home. This has to do with something very close to you. And the signs are all there. So you may have not understood. Maybe someone hasn't told you. This is also telling you that no matter what the problem is, I want to be with you. Okay? There we go. That's the first message. And I do feel that this is going to take a while, but I'll bring the chat back. Okay. So now we're going to go to Pisces. Okay? Pisces, or another message for the ones who chose the peaceful Buddha. To me, the Buddha and the Pisces are the same. I call my spiritual twin my peaceful Buddha. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For Pisces, what is the message that you want them to understand? I don't want control. I want to let go. Are you ready? I'll be ready. It's time to let them know. Message. I don't want control. What about us? Somebody's tired of waiting. What about us? Right? I don't want to control things, but I'm ready to let go. Or I want to let go of the past. Pisces. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Okay, tangled up in cords. Tangled up in cords. So right now, we need to ask for Archangel Michael to help us cut cords. Cords to the past, cords to people that are stopping us from moving forward, cords to fear, doubt, worry, whatever it is, you need to do a cord cutting. Pisces, which includes me. So I'm asking Archangel Michael, come, cut the cords, whatever I don't see, because sometimes we don't see the cords wrapped around us. Okay, Sonia, I'm a Cancer. I'm setting up a business at home. It's with animals. I felt there was no rush. I can't see the rest of your message. It won't allow me to see the full messages. It's so strange. It only gives me a little bit, probably because I need to keep moving along here. It's going to take a lot for me to do this. I do read all of these afterwards, though. Okay, it flew out. It literally flew out, okay? So we're turning this around. Okay. This is about releasing your power. And what's going on here is this can be a male or a female, okay? Right now, for all intents and purposes, we're looking at a female, but it's a male or a female. And what you see here is her dress looks like it's like it looks like it's got gold highlights, right? On a kind of a brass or a copper, whatever, it's a dusty. What's going on here is this dress is covered in soot or tar. And you can only see a little bit of the gold shining through. This dress is absolutely pure gold. Pure gold. But because of the toxic energy coming from these three-headed monsters, it's a three-headed monster. The three-headed monster is you, your own negative thinking, fear, worry, doubt, or there are three different people in your life, or it's just representing the three-headed monster, whatever it is. It's toxic. And it has covered you. It's attached to you. That's why we were told to cut cords. It's attached to you. And so Spirit's saying, stick those suckers in that bottle and stick a cork in it. Whether this is the past, whether this is somebody in your life, whether this is a job, whatever this is, it's toxic. All around you is toxic. You have your back to your divine masculine, which is your power. You are the divine masculine. We all have that powerful energy, our forward movement, right? And your dress is gold. You are worthy. This is telling you you are worthy. But you have had so much of this bullshit stuck to you on the outside that you can't even see the sacred symbols. You're not even recognizing your power, and Spirit wants you to step into your power. They want you to first do a cord cutting ceremony, which is hysterical since I just said that. Sometimes I should just wait and, you know, it's coming anyway. But that just shows me that I'm aligned with what's coming. So do the cord cutting ceremony. Step away from the toxic situation, whether it be your job, whether it be your own mental overanalyzing, thinking, whatever this is that's stuck all over you, because it's stopping you from moving forward. It's stopping you from connecting to your highest self. And it's stopping you from seeing how worthy you are. That was in my dream last night too. The gold, remember the pure gold that was laid out? Because you are worthy. I posted something to my spiritual twin in the middle of the night. And I said, Merlin, my magician, stay open to me, babe. I'm continuing to channel you. Know that you're coming into the clearing free. Feel the ground beneath you rise up and around you like a soft moss blanket, vibrating with healing, peaceful, safe, loving Reiki energy. The unconditionally loving, healing light continues to pour down through the cosmos, completely surrounding and filling your worthy soul. Allow it to refill you. Feel the Reiki raining down upon you, forming a protective shield. You are very, very worthy, very loved. And this is what Spirit's telling you. You are worthy. You are loved. You need to protect yourself at this time. You need to do some reshielding. You need to remove yourself from toxic energy. You need to step back into your own personal power and take control of your life. You need to take control of your thoughts and stuff them in this bottle. Or you need to take whoever that was or whatever that was and say, I'm not putting up with this bullshit anymore. This is who I am. I am connecting to my highest self. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to recognize the power that I have. And I'm going to step into my power. And when you do that, you see the all-seeing eyes behind you, guiding you, leading you. When you do this, all of this dust will fall off of your suit or off of your own personal self, and all of the sacred symbols will be very vibrant, and you will be shining in your own power again. When this happens, don't expect the situation with the people that you were connected to or the thoughts that you had been continuing to overanalyze or go over or beat up yourself with. Don't expect that to remain the same, because it will not. You see these branches here? These branches will drop their leaves, and those people will blow away. They will go, because when they see you step into your own personal power and embrace your spirituality and your divine masculine energy, they won't be aligned with you any longer. Now, the other message is, see this three-headed serpent in here? This could be your spiritual dragon. Uncork it and let it loose so that the same thing happens. Okay, so now I'm going to ask for clarifiers. Pisces. This is about not having fear about what anybody else has to say or think or feel about what you do or how you feel, how you live your life. This is about you not being taken over by other people. This is about you standing in your light, proudly, proud of who you are, and recognizing that as soon as you take your power back, these monsters that were controlling you, all of a sudden, they won't have any power. The only reason they have power is because you're giving it to them. And when they realize that you know that, then they have lost their power. They're worried that you're going to realize how powerful you are. Because once you realize that you have the power, they've lost control of you. No. The answer to the question or the topic weighing on your mind is no. It's pretty simple. No. It's time to play. We need to play. We need to go play together. We need some fun in our lives. This is a German Shepherd. The German Shepherd is best friend, loyalty, protection, and unconditional love. And that is who's saying to you, we need to have more fun. This is either someone in your life that's telling you that. This is your pet telling you that. And this is your own inner child telling you that. You need more fun. Everybody gets 2. Yours was short. Okay. As I shuffle, I don't know how noisy this is. It might be really noisy when I mess with that. Okay, so now we're going to go to, who is it? Cancer, Scorpio. Scorpio, right? Scorpio. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Scorpio. What's the message? I'm so thirsty, like so thirsty. So there's an emotional connection needed and wanted. Expression needs to take place because water is emotion. Express yourself. Correct for neutrality. So I was going to share something with you guys I'm really excited about. You know, in the readings that we've gotten recently, we've been told that we're going to be going on a trip, that we're going to be traveling. And I'm going to, there's another spiritual friend that's opening up a gallery in one of my most favorite sacred places, Cambria. And I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding? Of all places to choose, that's the one place I wanted to live, you know? Harmony, my town of Harmony, where I wanted to get married. It's 5 minutes from Cambria. Moonstone Beach, I'm all about the moonstones, right? It's right there. So on the weekend of the 10th and the 11th, I'm going. And I'm going to be meeting my friend that a spiritual friend that I met up in Santa Cruz Mountains, where I got my singing bowl. And she's going to be there too with me. So it's going to be exciting. I'm excited. So I'll be doing reading from, I don't know where I'll be doing the readings from, but it'll be fun. I'll be doing them, I don't know if I'll do them live. We'll have to see. Depends on my reception. Okay, Scorpios. Okay, hold on. I'm going to turn you around again. All right, Scorpios. What is the most important message for Scorpios? Fairy of the Divine Hand. Okay, so your worst addiction is seeking you out at this moment, whatever that might be. And you're being tempted. I don't know what your addiction could be. Your addiction could be anything. Your addiction could be gossip. Your addiction could be food. Your addiction could be alcohol. It could be a person. It could be the need to be accepted. Somebody could be offering you something. Somebody could come to you with a business offer and Spirit saying, no, this is not in line with your higher self. It's not in your highest good. And a part of you is wavering. See, a part of you is listening. So it could be your own negative talk, your negative self-talk, beating yourself up, speaking disrespectfully about your own self. It could be shaming yourself. You could be doing this to another person. Whatever it is, part of you believes it. Part of you wants to go there. Part of you is tempted. And the other part of you, the spiritual part of you, is saying no. Blue is the color of truth, Archangel Michael's color, protection. And Spirit is saying there's a distorted view about something. You could be jumping to conclusions. You could be assuming something. You're overindulging in something. This is somebody that could be offering you an affair. Whatever this is, it's being presented to you as something delectable, something tempting, something tantalizing. And God is saying no. It's to do with you and another person. This could be you or somebody in your life, but I'm asking for you guys. So whatever this situation is, don't get too close. Don't think that you want to just kind of take a little look. Well, maybe I'll just kind of, see what they have to say. Or, well, I'm not going to sign up for it. I'm not going to agree to the deal, but maybe I'll just hear them out, right? And Spirit's saying, your higher self has already told you. So this isn't just the first time. Now, what's interesting about this is sometimes we jump to the conclusion that this is about a certain circumstance in our life. We get all upset and twisted about it, thinking, oh my God, we're now being told not to go there when all along we've been told to go there. No, Spirit is consistent. They're not going to tell us one thing and then tell us something different about the same subject, right? It's something else. And if you just wait, if you don't know what this is right away, you either will know right away or you will be shown. But Spirit's saying your higher self is telling you, warning you, there's a red flag. Stop before you go forward. You could be behaving in a way that is going to be embarrassing for you. That is, you're going to be saying something you shouldn't say. Whatever the situation is, Spirit's saying stop. Because this is taking away your harmony. This is going to cause a disturbance between you and another. Or I'm not sure what it is. You might be, about to lose your cool about something. I don't know. But Spirit's saying stop. You'll be shown what it is. So I'm going to ask for clarification. I'm going to ask if there's another message that goes with this. Correct for neutrality for Cancer. No, I'm sorry, Scorpio. What is this? Concerning, or is there another message that you want to show us? What is it concerning? Okay, so you may be freaking out about a situation. So this is diagnosis. So the different ways that this could apply is alcohol or drugs. I may need treatment. Stop. Don't lift up that bottle. Don't take another. Stop. This could be freaking out, being a hypochondriac, thinking, oh my God, is it me? Do I have this? Blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is, there's something. This is telling you that somebody needs some work done. I need an exam. I need treatment. So to me, the fact that it says I need treatment, I mean diagnostic tests, there may be something that you're doing that's going to harm your body in some way. You're ignoring that. Maybe you already know, and you're not looking at it. Your exam. It could be something as simple as I need to get my teeth checked, and I'm ignoring it, right? But this is telling you to stop something. So don't ignore it. Don't ignore the warning. Don't ignore the red flag. But I must say, I may need treatment, and this is talking about overindulgence and intoxication. I would say that somebody, either you or someone in your life, has a problem with alcohol or drugs. That's a problem. Don't ignore it. Don't go there. Don't allow yourself to be tempted. It could be someone says, you know, oh, one drink won't hurt and you're going to drive home. No, no drinking and driving at all. You may think that it's okay for you to drive when you're stoned. It's not okay. I have so many friends that argue this with me. It's perfectly fine to drive when you're stoned. No, it isn't. It alters your perception. It alters your perception, which puts you at risk and everyone else on the road. Doesn't matter that you've been driving your whole life when you were stoned. You shouldn't be. So whatever this is, you're being told no. Stop. Another thing that it could be, you're not wearing your seatbelt. I'm chasing someone. Because this is a collar, putting on or a harness on somebody, right? I'm trying to control a situation. Somebody's trying to control me. Don't get involved in that. You're under control of something. So this is about losing control or being under the control of something. Intoxication. Okay, that is for Scorpio. So now, it could be intoxication with wanting to be famous. It could be intoxication with wanting to reach status. It could be intoxication of whatever it is that's so desirable for you, right? The need is an intoxication. If you need something, that's a drug. Whatever your drug of choice is. Spirit's saying it's not good, right? You might need treatment. So now we're going to go to earth signs. No, we're not. We're going to go to the shaman stone. So whoever chose the shaman stone, or earth signs, okay? And we're going to start with Capricorn. Song right now, I wish I had put the bottle back on that shelf. It's alcoholism. It's alcohol. I wish I had not taken that last drink. It's drinking when you're driving. The emphasis is on drinking. Okay, so Capricorn. What is the message that's most important, most applicable for you, or for anybody who chose the shaman stone? Hi! Correct for neutrality on all levels. Now recall that these messages are going out to who Spirit knows is going to be watching these videos, but clearly I am connecting with your energy. So these messages are for you. That's why I decided to do it live, so that we could connect more, you know, and more. I wanted a cleaner line of communication. Correct for neutrality on all levels. One more. Capricorn. Oh, I'll let you guys see it. Sorry. Shaman stone or Capricorn? Okay, so you've reached a block in some spot in your life. You've hit the wall. You've cut that saying, you know, I hit a wall. You've hit the wall. That's it. And you're stumped. You can't figure out. You're at an impasse. You could be at a creative block. You could be at an impasse between you and another. Whatever the situation is, you can't figure it out. You could be spiritually stuck, not understanding something, right? And Spirit says, we're going to show you. There is a spot in that wall where it's already come down. So the message could be so many different ways. If this has to do with spirituality, there is a place you already know. It's kind of already floating around in your subconscious mind. And all you need to do is release, allow, and be willing, and wait, and surrender, and wait for the guidance, okay? Also, if you have hit a block between you and another person, there needs to be things changed. This dress is blue, which is the color of truth. This also is green, which is the color of love and healing. You need to follow Spirit's direction. Spirit is saying, there is a place in the wall between you and this other person, or between you and this project, whatever this is, that has already come down. But in order for you to get through, you need to follow the light, spiritual light, and the light will show you where to go. In order to break through this and get through this wall that has been erected, you may have erected a wall. You're going to have to change your thinking. And it's stubborn thinking. Somebody is being stubborn. That's why there's a wall. You've hit a wall. You're either refusing to see the signs, you're refusing to listen to the messages, you're refusing. Somebody is at a block, or you're confused. So then you speak your truth. You come from a place of love. That's the first thing. You're going to have to change your thinking. You may have been living your whole life according to this set of rules that no longer apply. You may have You've ascended. You're not the person you were growing up in your parents' home. You get to make your own choices now. So it could be also that you have, I'm hearing right now, you're telling people things you shouldn't be. So there's a rumor. Because of a rumor, there's a wall that's been erected. A rumor was told, somebody believed a lie. They believed it as the truth. They put a wall of protection around themselves because they didn't want to get hurt. And the other person doesn't understand why there's a wall. They don't know how to get through because someone was listening to a rumor, because there's no communication. They've been hurt. They put up a wall. Now, you may have put up a wall yourself because of feeling the need to protect yourself from outside forces, and that's fine. But your particular shield of protection is no longer keeping you safe, but it's keeping you isolated. So you need to remove that wall and put up a different kind of protection, a shield. Look at what Spirit's showing you. Realize what you need to protect or who you need to protect yourself from, but remain open and keep your heart open so that you can have what it is that you're wanting, because this is keeping you from getting what you're wanting. Stubborn thinking can be changed, and it can't be changed overnight. So we can't expect perfection of ourselves or of somebody else. It's going to take a while. But the answer is to follow Spirit. Speak your truth. Come from a place of love. Don't listen to rumors. If you hear something and it gets in your head, you best discuss it with somebody. The best thing to do is don't hang around with people who are gossiping about other people. Rumors are bullshit. And this song, Rumor Has It, if you listen to what Adele's story is, the story was she started the rumor herself. It wasn't the truth. Somebody wanted to protect themselves. So they said something in order to keep themselves protected. I'm with somebody else, or they're with somebody else, or whatever, or this happened. It wasn't the truth. But it was a way to keep themselves safe. But now because of doing that, they've put up a wall. And now they're safe all right, but they're isolated and they're lonely. But that rumor that went out was a rumor that that person started. So now how do they dig themselves out of that rumor that went around that's now being believed? You speak your truth, right? There's so many different ways that this can apply. And I'm getting confirmation on that because of the message that's coming on now. So So it takes one to know when you beat me at my game, my own damn game. I saw you with that guy. He was looking pretty cool. I give and I give and I take. You take. Young blood. You say you want me, you say you don't. Somebody's confused. There's a wall. And the problem is the wall is there because there's no communication. There's a lack of communication. You need to speak your truth. There's not going to be a healing unless communication is there. Okay, I'm going to ask for clarification. Correct for neutrality. Someone may be feeling like they've been pushed out in the cold. And they may not realize that that's for their highest good. Okay, so here's the problem. No one's talking. Or somebody said something. Remember the rumor? I have mouth or throat issues. My teeth or gums need attention. I need toys, bones, treats that will help my teeth gently brush my teeth. This is a message from my cat to me, telling me I already know that. She's got problems with her mouth or her throat. I know that. I'm working with her. This also, however, shows me that somebody is having a difficult time speaking their truth. Somebody may have told a lie. Somebody may have believed a lie that was told by somebody else that has now put up a wall. They believed a lie that was told by somebody else that hurt them. They put up a wall, but now they're lonely. They're isolated behind that wall. They've been keeping themselves safe behind that wall, but they don't know how to get out from behind that wall. Either I don't know how to get out of what I did, what I said, or because of what was said, I feel isolated. I'm lonely. And the only way around it, all the way around, is to speak. You have to speak your truth. Have you or someone else done this? Did you do something that caused, did you spread a rumor that caused people to stop speaking? That caused somebody to feel out in the cold? That caused somebody to feel lonely? And there's no talking going on right now. You need to speak your truth. You need to come from a place of love to allow healing to take place. New location. Because of what happened, because of something that was done, the song right now, You Want Me Out of Your Life. Somebody may have been found out for what they did. And because you push and I'm pulling away. Somebody may have told a lie. Are we moving? I want to be where you are. The story could have been that someone was kept apart because of a lie that was told. It could be that they want to be with you and they don't know how to say it. It could be that I'm leaving because of what happened. There's a new location that's happening, and it has to do with the fact that somebody has not been able to speak. And because of a wall that was built up. I may have been behind a wall. I may have been somewhere where I couldn't speak. Somebody has realized, okay, right now, always I realize you'll be at my show. You'll be there, watching, waiting, commiserating. So even though that person was away, you may have been behind a wall of protection because of something that happened in your home. Because of things that happened in your home, childhood issues, whatever the situation was, there was a wall that was put up. There was no communication because of this situation. If you follow the light, if you speak your truth, if you go, and what's supposed to happen here is you're supposed to go away from blame, ridicule, judgment, anger, and you're supposed to go towards kindness, love, understanding, forgiveness. That will allow someone to speak. That will allow someone to break through a wall and reach somebody that has been isolated, or allow them to come out of isolation. There's moving forward. I understand the light has been turned on. Someone now knows this, realizes what has been done, and now I'm moving. I'm moving forward. I want to see you. I want to talk to you. I want to explain this. I want to be with you. I want to smile again. Those are the messages I'm getting. All right. So now we go to, that was Capricorn. So we're going to go to Virgo. Or another message, because this is how we work it, right? You're going to get 3 messages if you chose the Shaman stone. Of 3 messages, one of them is going to apply. So Shaman stone or Virgo. All right. I just keep checking back because I want to see if anyone has anything they want to say, but no one's talking, so I guess you guys are listening. All right. All right, so Virgos, there's somebody that's pushing your buttons. There's somebody that's draining your energy, that's stepping on your toes, that's crossing your boundaries, that's being disrespectful, and you're not liking it. You may have said something, but you haven't been forceful enough, and Spirit is saying you need to be forceful. This is about no more Mr. Nice Guy. This is about being very firm and not minding looking very firm. This is about saying enough is enough. You're not going to drain my energy. I'm done with you, you know, talking over top of me. I'm done with you disrespecting me. I'm done with you crossing my boundaries. I'm done. I'm just done with this whole situation, and I want you to stay away. It may be somebody that keeps coming, and you're like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Well, this is about getting very, very firm with that. And Spirit saying the reason you may have not gotten, and the reason you're getting this message is because you've been too nice. You haven't been strong enough. You haven't made it clear. Okay? So your clarifiers, Virgo. And somebody is, it could be that somebody continues to say they're sorry, right? But then continues to do the same thing again and again. And what do you expect, a different result? You're not going to get a different result because it's going to keep happening. Some people are habitual I'm sorryers, but they're not sorry. They keep doing it. So how does this apply? Whoops. Virgos. So you need to speak. This is about expression. Water is expression. Somebody is saying to you, I need this said to me. I'm feeling dehydrated. I'm feeling emotionally drained, right? I am dehydrated. You're sucking the energy out of me. That's what's going on. I'm thirsty. I need to recharge. Maybe that's what you need. You need to recharge your batteries. You're craving the proper kind of emotional exchange, and you're not getting it here. This is also telling you that you need to express yourself. This is confirmation. You need to express yourself, right? Why? Because you're dehydrated. I'm lacking. The song right now, I'm bad in love. You know, I do all these rotten things, but hey, I'm bad in love. Well, that's not an excuse. Sorry. The way you're behaving to just say I'm bad at things, you know. Sorry. You know. That's not an excuse. This is guidance, and this is about fixing things. So the way you fix it is to speak up, express yourself. Okay, so they're, again, joints, muscles, they're attached to you. They're physically draining you. You're energetically drained. They're making you feel uncomfortable. You're stiff and sore. Whatever it is that's going on, you're asking someone to back off for these reasons. They're draining you energetically. They're putting too much pressure on you. Maybe they're splashing their water all over you. Maybe they're aggressively splashing their water, and they need clean water. They need pure water. But what's going on is they can't handle this anymore. They can't handle it. Or you can't handle it. It's you or someone in your life. And the song right now, lately I've been thinking that you would be happier. So I'm going to leave because this is how I feel where I'm at. It's not good. So I'm leaving. And this is what needs to be said. That's message coming right now. So basically it's saying after all that's happened, I think we'd both be happier somewhere else. So that was Virgo. And you know, the song's even saying, just for a moment I want to change my mind, but I can't because I'm not happy and you're not happy. So that's expression. So if you were wondering if this is you or someone in your life, and you were wondering how they were feeling, and you kind of had this already, because your higher self, this is the truth. So right now we're going to go to Taurus. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. The sun's starting to come out, which makes me think that someone's stepping into their power. allowing themselves to be seen, or maybe somebody's getting light shed upon something. Correct neutrality on all levels. Shaman stone or Taurus people. Shaman stone or Taurus people. Okay. Okay. So I'm just thinking about this song and about Voodoo and Blue, you know. It might be that, like the person says, for a minute I want to change my mind. So you may already know where you're supposed to go and where you're not supposed to be, but you kind of get sucked back in because they give you some lame apology. But you already know. You've been there, done that. Okay, Taurus. Wow. Okay, now this is interesting. Okay, I heard no. I was going to ask if they wanted me to read it upside down, but they don't. So you got the same message. So I'm getting, someone could be telling you to back off. Please respect my boundaries. No, I'm not interested. Thank you. It's draining me. You're putting too much pressure upon me. It's too much. It's either you or someone telling you this. And see, even this song, as I listen to this song, the guy's not happy at all, right? He's miserable. And he knows that all they're doing is fighting, but he has such a hard time saying it because he doesn't want to hurt them, right? And so instead of saying, I'm not happy, the person's like, I think you would be happier if I leave, so I'll go. Sometimes people do that because I'm getting a butting of the heads. Somebody's like, sometimes they don't want to be the one to leave. They want to be the victim, right? I want to be the martyr. I'm not going to be the one to go. I want you to be the one to go. Or I'm going to say, you know, you're not going to be happy. You're not happy, so I'll go. Wah. You're not happy either. So just cut it and run. So Taurus Clarifier. I need treatment. I need treatment. Back off. I need treatment. Okay, so for me, what I'm getting is somebody could be saying to another person, you know what? No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go, you know, oh, just have one drink. No, I don't want to do that. Come on, just go to this party with me. No, I don't want to do that. You could be feeling pressured by somebody else to do something that you don't want to do, that's not in your highest good. You know it's not good for you, but they are pressuring you. You may need treatment. You may be stressed out. You may need treatment. You may need Reiki healing. You may need a massage. You may need care because you are under so much pressure, that you're under so much stress. You're drained. You're energetically drained. Right now, the song is saying, call Dr. Andreasen. Somebody's telling you to, so there's another way. I'm getting this right now for this particular message, is that you may be telling someone, no, this isn't good for you. This is not in your highest good. You need treatment. You're caustic. You're toxic. You need help. You know, I don't know whatever it is that you're going through or whatever your issue is, you are a toxic person. And I want you to back off from me because it's not in my highest good. It's causing me stress. It's causing me to the place where I need help because of your energy, because of what you're doing. So it's you or someone else, but doctor came up just now, right? I need therapy to deal with what you're doing. Like, this is getting me to the place where I've had so much abuse that I need to go and see a therapist to work this out. That might be the situation. You're holding on to this since childhood, maybe. And you need to seek treatment. There's nothing wrong with that. You need to take care of yourself. So that may be the situation where you're taken out of a situation, but you need help. You need help to work through this. You may need counseling. You may need to work with a spiritual friend. You may need, like I said, healing, Reiki healing. But you need to get out of that situation. You need to go where you feel loved. There's somebody that loves you. There's somebody there for you. that considers you their best friend, and they're telling you, I'm here for you, I love you, we're in this together. So if you're in a situation that's toxic and you feel stuck, there is someone that can help you. Spirit is always there for you to help you. If you're in a situation where you feel like you don't have any control, or you feel like you can't escape this situation, yes, you can. All you have to do is be willing and say to Spirit, find the way for me. Make my way. If you don't have someone to turn to, which is what they're showing you, there's somebody that's loyal to you. Spirit is always on your team. They're always there for you. They will always help you. If you think you're stuck, you're not. Out of nowhere and out of no way, a way will be made. All you need to do is say to Spirit, get me out of here. And you need to be willing to do whatever it takes. Sometimes you got to walk away from a lot of money, a comfortable house, to be in a place where you're safe. Maybe you've got to walk away from a job that's too stressful. Whatever it is, it's not in your highest good. You need to be in a place where you feel loved and safe. And you also need to be your own best friend. Your own best friend. If you're allowing people to drain your energy, if you're allowing people to be whatever they're doing to you, you're not being your own best friend. So how is this going, you guys? I don't get any... Is it true? That's accurate for you? There you go. Okay. I just wanted to say hi because I've been in the reading so much. So right now, the song is, I'm coming at you like a dark horse. I'm capable of anything. Make me your Aphrodite. Make me your one and only, but don't make me your enemy. Well, check it out. Doesn't that sound threatening? Right? So it's time to speak your truth. Correct for neutrality on all levels. We're going to go to... We're going to the dragon's nodule. The serpentine nodule, I mean. Serpentine nodule, the dragon's eye. Or fire signs. So this is for us. Christian Wolf. I can't tell you how much I love that name. Like, seriously. Christian Wolf, that's a sexy name. And I'm not hitting on you. I just love that name. Okay. It means something to me, personally. Okay. Correct for neutrality. Man, if that's your name, can you imagine being born and given the name Christian Wolf? That's pretty cool. You know, you could have been called, oh, I shouldn't say it. I was going to say something else. I was going to say something like, what if you were, okay, I'll say this. You know, you could have been named Gertrude, or you could have been named, you know, some awful name, but Christian Wolf, pretty badass. People need to put thought into naming their children, you know? I've always liked my name. That's one thing I've always liked. I always thought, though, that it wasn't an adult name. I always felt like it was a little girl name, and I felt like I should have an adult name. But I have been told that I am the ambassador of childlike innocence and happiness. That's what they tell me, and it's funny, because I do. I have a very childlike, I always will be. So I guess Sherry, to me, was always a child's name, and I embrace that. Okay, correct for, not to mention, it's my job, right? Think about it. Sherry. I was born to share. It's my job. Okay. Correct for neutrality. And no, I don't drink wine. All right. For those who chose the dragon's eye, the serpentine nodule, or fire signs. Yay, fire signs. Yes. Yes. I chose my name because, and you know, somebody said something to me the other day. My friend Barbara, I think I posted something about, it was to do with Red Riding Hood and the wolf, right? And I said, they said that was me, right? Something about me, Red Riding Hood. And I sent a little picture of a little girl, Red Riding Hood. And she said, no, you are a woman. Embrace that. This is a child. And my response is, I will always be a child. I'm a child of the stars. I'm a star child. And I will always be childlike. I will never lose that. Because when I reawakened, I went back to age 7. When I lived in the forest. And that's my happy place. And I will always keep that alive within me. I'll always embrace the child in me. And I don't think that that's... Because I am definitely a woman. And I know how to work what I have. But there's always going to be fun. I'm always going to have childlike innocence. And... I'll climb trees as long as I can. I see low network connections, so I can see that it's probably an issue. Okay. Fire signs. Who are we going with first? We're going with Sagittarius because I saw that. I don't like to put Leo and Aries next to each other. But it's just a weird thing I have. So because of that, I'm going to do Leo first, okay? And then I'll do Sag, and then I'll do Aries. I just don't. It's a personal thing for me. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For Leos, rah, right? For Leos or for anybody, for all of us who chose. So basically, Sandy and I mean, I don't know if you want to do it this way, but these are all my signs, I feel. Okay, all my messages. Here we go. Oh, I got to turn you around. I hope I don't run out of battery. I should plug us in. Okay. Aries babies. No, sorry. Leo babies. Leo babies. Whoa. Okay. Wow, I got yes. Sometimes I don't take it when they all fall, but I heard yes. Whoa. The signs are with you, Leos. The signs are with you. You already know. The questions that you've been asking, what it is that you're supposed to do, who it is, what it is, whatever it is. Are you supposed to go for that job? They already told you. Are you supposed to move? They already told you. Are you supposed to contact that person? They already told you. Everything, they already told you. They will show you again. They will give you more confirmation if you ask for it. But, as we brought up before, you've already been told. It's you choosing not to move forward. It's you choosing not to see the signs that are in front of you. This is also a question of feeling sorry for yourself, or feeling sad, or feeling lonely, or feeling out in the cold, right? But Spirit's saying, we are always with you. All you need to do is look around. We are here. We stand out in the snow with you. You're not out in the cold alone. We are with you. And sometimes, you know what? We push you out into the snow because it's the best place for you to go. Sometimes that's the way you grow up. Sometimes that's the way that you awaken. Sometimes that's the only place that you're safe, is when you are pushed out in the cold, away from that group of people, away from that job, away from that town. Sometimes you have to feel out in the cold. Sometimes we push you out in the cold because we need to teach you alone, like they did with me in Sedona. I was isolated. It was for my highest good. I'm getting prickles on that, so that's a sign. Why did this happen to me? Because it was in your highest good. But you have never been out in the cold alone. And it doesn't mean that it's easy. I was crying yesterday myself. I know how hard this is. I get lonely. I don't like being alone. I don't like the lessons that I've had to learn. I don't like having to wait. I have had all the signs. I've seen all of the signs. They're there. I get them. But still, I'm frustrated. So this is not to be negated. Spirit understands that we get angry, that we get hurt, that we get upset, that we get lonely, and that we get fear. They understand that, but they're saying that we're with you. We're with you. And please don't ignore the signs. Please believe in what we've shown you. Trust them. Please do what you have been guided to do. It is in your highest good to do what you've been guided to do. All right, so how does this apply? Song right now, I know I'll be safe and sound. So if you've been worried about that, yes, you're going to be safe. Whoa, you're still not buying into it though. You're butting heads. There's an impasse. That may be a message too. It's a no-go, right? It's a no-go. We've already shown you. Forget it. It's over. Could be that. Wow, this is bizarre. This is bizarre. I need treatment. Do you have post-traumatic stress? Because of the things that you have been through, you need treatment. You need to seek treatment. You need Reiki healing. It can help you. You've already been given the signs. Don't ignore that you need treatment. Don't try and tell us that you shouldn't get help with your drinking. It's a problem. Why do you think you're out in the cold? You're causing problems because of it. Don't tell us that you don't need to stop smoking. You've already gotten a test from the doctor and you've got problems. You need treatment. Don't ignore signs.